All right, on your mark, community. Today we are talking about something very important, and that is, of course, practical ways to convert customers throughout your marketing. So, if we have not met yet, my name is Ashley Monk. I'm the CEO and lead strategist at Anya, and we are going to talk about how to actually get your marketing to move the needle with three practical ways to convert your customers to clients. So, on your mark, get set, and listen. Okay, so let's talk about effective marketing. So we can create, it doesn't matter if we create the most incredible content, the most perfectly poised captions, the beautiful, the most beautiful Facebook ads in the world. We, as business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketing directors, care about one thing, and that is getting results. And at the end of the day, if our content does not move the needle, then that means it's ineffective and it's time to evaluate to stop doing that. Well, that's the commonly held theory, but it's not always the answer because a lot of times we are creating great content. We are just not leveraging it properly in order to move the needle. And it's done with a few small nuances that, really can drive it home. A lot of times these mistakes happen when we're following frameworks and we're trying to follow advice to a T, but we're unsure how to personalize them for our business. So I'm going to give you a few ways that hopefully you can leave this quick session today and know exactly the changes that you need to make in your marketing to make it move the needle. So, number one, when it comes to value content, the number one practical way that you can convert your followers and your email subscribers and your audience into paying customers is talking about client results and client victories. The most effective, in my personal opinion, of course, I believe that moving into the new year, the most effective way to market to people is through transformational marketing. And transformational marketing happens when we demonstrate and convey the transformation that the client or the student or the person had as a result of using our product or service. For example, instead of educating people on why our Facebook ad services work, we're talking about the exact number of leads that were acquired, and not only the leads acquired, what that allowed to do for that business specifically, aka have 10 new clients enroll in their program. That is a transformation. And that is what your ideal prospect cares about. They want to know what's in it for them. A lot of times, the business owner, for the most part, or at least the ideal company that would be hiring you, doesn't care about the mechanisms and the buttons that need to be pushed. They care about the results. And the best way to convert your audience into buyers is by showing that transformation. So, to get started with this, it's very simple. All you have to do is figure out what you're good at, what you have done that your ideal prospect cares about, and tell a story about it for your email, for your ads. That's it. So, that is step number one, share overall the victories. Step number two, you need to give them accessibility. You've got to give them the key, okay? And so it can be great for your prospective clients to learn about you. It can be great for them to know how you help. But at the end of the day, knowing how you help and the transformation that you provide is nothing if there is not a clear, definitive process for them to access the help that they need, AKA you. And it happens by clearly having one next step as a part of your process. So long, I got this wrong. I really got this wrong. I had all of these bells and whistles and all of these hoops to jump through, only to find, regardless of the service offered, the sales process needs to remain the same. And within all of your marketing efforts, you can utilize lead magnets, you can utilize blogs and content marketing. That's all a part of your marketing. But when it comes to conversion, where marketing and sales intertwine and they kind of collide, this is where the one vital step needs to be consistent to get them to engage with you to move forward in a working relationship. For us, that next step is to book a free strategy call. All of our marketing efforts, our lead magnets, our launches now, even when we use events to be able to convert people into buyers, they all fall into the same category that the next step is to book a free strategy call with us. And when you have that kind of consistency and uniformity, it makes it very, very easy so that when that person is ready, whether it's 6 months from now or it's immediately, they know exactly what that next step is for them to take. And that is critical that we map that out in a way that is so simple and so easy to understand for them. So that's number two. Give them the key, give them the clear next step to be able to take that next step with you. And finally, it's time to put value on what you're doing. What value and what clarity can you provide with your offer? Because no matter what you're selling, it has to be very, very clear on not only what that is, but really explaining it in a way that shows them what they are doing right now is unacceptable and that you are the tangible thing that they need to move into the next level. So whether that's peace of mind, if you're an attorney, that's one thing that really needs to be highlighted is the peace of mind that you have by protecting your brand, by protecting your company, so that the business owner can go to sleep at night knowing that all of their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed. If you are in coaching and consulting like me, what is costing that person every single day when they don't enroll to work with you or they don't connect with you? What are they missing out on? What is happening in their lives that could be improved immediately that would make them say that they started sooner? If you are in marketing, that's what results, what time are you losing out on? What clients are your dream clients that you could be attracting to you to be able to hit your business goals that you are missing out of? What is that costing you? Quantifying that for them, but also helping them understand, again, the value that this is going to add to their lives and communicating it in a clear way. Now, that clarity comes from outlining your offers and your processes because, I've heard it said, and one of my coaches, have said it to me all the time. Clarity creates this energy. It creates this momentum for it to be very, very apparent, not only what you, but what that prospect needs to do to work with you. And so when there is confusion in your marketing and there are all these offers and all these steps and all these complex funnels, they can actually do more harm than good because they become barriers, preventing the exact person that you want to attract from taking that next step with you. Therefore, being able to map that out in a clear, concrete way that, again, demonstrates what they can take home and achieve from that is vital to being able to attract people into your marketing efforts. Okay. So, to make sure that you're walking away, if you want customers that pay, again, you can't just post and pray. You can't just capitalize on content to put it out there, throwing spaghetti at the wall, because though there's a pretty good chance at this point in your business it may stick, maybe you don't want it to stick, or maybe you've got so much going on that you can't focus on exactly what you need to be doing in order to get the results that you want. And so, as a business owner, as a marketing director, and as a CEO, it's so important to remember that your customers, your clients, your buyers, your audience, they are people. They're not just a number. They're not just another person on your list. They are an individual person. And so these people need tangible action paired with a genuine interest in order to get them to take that next step. Okay. So those three steps that you can do right now that I know that you can stop listening to this and take action immediately on is that number one, you need to use testimonials and transformational marketing. Show the result. It's simple. It's as simple. And guess what? You can very quickly go to your past clients. You can ask them, you can reach out and ask them to provide that for you. But leverage your testimonials and what you've done well as good work, even a story of maybe a project that you're working on and what the end result is going to be when it gets in that hand, to leverage in your marketing. That allows you, the person that you want to work with, to see themselves in that story, and typically is what's going to captivate them and compel them to make the next step with you. The second step that you need to do is, again, really give them the clarity in the overall process, the logistics, the details, to make it so simple. Another mentor of mine always says, keep it simple, sweetie. And I love that because it's very true. Keep the process, keep the offer very simple to give them concrete, tangible takeaways of what they can do to take action to work with you. And finally, the third step that you can do right now is give them that value. Help them tangibly see, again, the offer that you're making, but what it does for them, how it's going to, what they're missing out on if they refuse to take action. And so I can all but guarantee you that if you start with these three steps and you were to make one in every three social media posts about this, if you've got a following of the right people, one in every three emails about this, all of your content centered around this, it's going to be very simple for you to attract more and more of the right people and convert them from just lurking and just staying as a part of your audience to compelling them to take action. And so, of course, if you need help, feel free to reach out. We are always here for you. But that is all I have for you today on our weekly live show. So I am wishing you the utmost success as you get started. And I'd love to know, what of these 3 steps are you going to take action on immediately? We're here to support you every step of the way. On your mark, get set, let's grow.